Hey, folks. Welcome to Sunday Night Apocalypse with your favorite unwanted guest, the Mad Outdoorsman. Hope you settled in somewhere the Wi-Fi's weak and the whiskey's strong, because tonight we're diving headfirst into the collapse. 3 topics, 1 truth. The people who are supposed to be stewards of the land, the law, and liberty, they're selling it all off like cheap junk at a yard sale. So buckle up, buttercup. This ain't your grandma's fireside story. So first up, imagine some bored little technocrat in a white lab coat playing God, deciding that the sun's just a little too spicy for their taste. That ain't a dystopian novel. That's Britain 2025. And a move so stupid, it'd make a sack of hammers blush. Britain's about to fire up its own little geoengineering project. Yep. Funded and chaired on by none other than Bill enthusiast Gates and the globalist climate cult. They're going to dim the sun, folks. Block out sunlight. You know, the thing that gives us life, grows our crops, keeps us warm, that sun. One scientist, one of the few left with a working brain, warned that this experiment could kill tens of thousands. The elites shrugged. They said that's just the cost of science. Translation? I guess we're expendable. Well, here's the facts, guys. Britain's broke. Their border's a mess. Families are falling apart. The nation's swollen into the toilet bowl. And instead of fixing any of that, what's their big idea? Blocking out the freaking sun. This ain't green energy. It's green tyranny. Control the weather. Control the people. Kill the sun. Kill the spirit. Our ancestors fought in the mud and blood for survival. Meanwhile, we're supposed to sit here and applaud while some bug-eyed academic fiddles with the atmosphere? Hell no. This ain't science. It's climate warfare. Weather weapons dressed up in lab coats. If they start dimming the skies over Britain, guess what? France, Germany, hell, even America's heartland won't be far behind. This madness, should be outlawed by every sane nation on earth, right? But here's the thing. They've already been running these tests behind our backs for years. Trusting these lunatics with the sky is like handing a loaded shotgun to a 3-year-old hopped up on a Red Bull. Globalists don't want to heal the earth. They want to own it. Remember that. And the day they block that sun, it's not just crops that'll weather. It's liberty. So you tell me, are you going to sit quiet while they jack with the damn sky itself? Drop it in the comments. Should messing with the sun be banned worldwide? Or have these eggheads finally gone completely insane? Now let's head back across the pond to our own slow motion implosion. April 24th, 2025, this past week. I'll call it a day that should live in an infamy. A federal judge, a glorified bureaucrat in a black robe, decided to block the Trump administration's order to require proof of citizenship for voter registration. That's right. You don't need ID. You don't need proof. You just walk up and say howdy and cast your ballot. This federal judge thinks you have no right to know if the guy voting next to you is even a citizen. Enough's enough. These judges need to be yanked off the bench faster than a drunk cowboy from a bull ride. This ain't democracy. It's treason in slow motion. They're stealing our country right out from underneath of us. One rogue court ruling at a time. You think it's about human rights? You think if it's about fairness? No, it's about power, period. The Democrats, bless their black little hearts, they're branding themselves as the party of open borders, criminal sanctuaries, chaotic elections, men and women's sports, defending government waste with a straight face. I say good luck running on that platform, boys. But they don't care about winning legally. We all know that. That's the whole game. Let in 20 million illegals, remove proof of citizenship, gum up elections beyond repair. This is lawfare, warfare, and an open invitation for collapse. So where the hell is Congress? Where are the so-called constitutional defenders? They ought to be marching right into those district courts with a broomstick and a match. I mean, Congress created these courts. Congress can uncreate them, right? So at what point do citizens say no more? Well, maybe sooner than they think. So here's a gut check for you. If a man's got no proof he belongs here, should he even be allowed to vote on what happens to our country? I think I already know the answer to that. Anyway, let me know down below. Do we yank these rogue judges off the bench? Or what's your plan to put the brakes on this madness? So finally, the cherry on top of tonight's Sunday of doom. Lawfare. So listen, we all know Trump's back in the White House. He's president. We fought like hell to get him there, didn't we? And he's doing what he can to root out the rot. But the truth is, the filth that built up over decades doesn't just vanish overnight. Lawfare is still reality. All right, folks? It's the leftover weaponization of our government, forged in the fires of corruption. And it's going to take a damn war to dismantle every last piece of it. These agencies ain't running wild like before. But make no mistake about it, the rats are still burrowed deep inside the system. They spent years rigging it, spying, censoring, raiding, framing, bankrupting, and imprisoning patriots. They couldn't beat Trump at the ballot box. They couldn't kill off the spirit of the American patriots. So they tried to rig the entire damn game. From judges to prosecutors to the so-called intelligence community. And even now, with new leadership at the top, the cleanout is a knife fight in a dark alley. This war ain't just about draining a swamp, guys. It's about tearing down a fortress of corruption that thinks it's above the Constitution. You better believe the deep state isn't going to go quietly. They're dug in. They're scared. And I'll tell you what, guys, scared tyrants, they're the most dangerous kind. They'll try every dirty trick left. We're talking sabotage, leaks, fake scandals, bought-off judges. Hell, maybe even worse. I mean, we're seeing it all now, aren't we? But make no mistake about it. Trump's back. The people are awake. And this time, we're going to go scorched earth. But we need to be ready. Not for a quick victory, but for a long fight to rebuild what the parasites tried to destroy. You see, the left's goal wasn't just to beat Trump. It was to break America, break our faith, our economy, our families, our freedoms. They wanted us so exhausted we'd quit without firing a shot. But here we are, still standing, still mad, still free. We didn't come this far to roll over now, guys. And if you're listening to this around your own campfire, or in a busted pickup, or on a cold porch somewhere with a rifle across your lap, understand something deep. We're the last line. Us, not Congress, not some agency. Us, our families, our grit, our fire. And I'll tell you what, that's what they're afraid of. And they damn well should be. Our founding fathers weren't saints, but they weren't fools either. Thomas Jefferson said it plain and simple. He said saving a country comes before obeying corrupt laws. Well, as far as I'm concerned, we're way past the point of polite objections. You got corrupt judges still tossing out laws. We got leftover traitors still sabotaging from the inside. But now, we've got the momentum. And if we can just hold the line, if we stay mad, we stay smart, stay sharp, vigilant, we can rip this rot out by the roots. This time, no quarter, no mercy, no turning back. If America's going to rise again, it won't be from a power speech or a photo op. It'll rise from the hard hands and harder hearts of the people who never gave up, who stared into the storm and said, "Not today, you bastards." So hold fast, trust your gut, pray hard, love deeper, and fight like hell. Because guys, if we lose this time, if we lose this shot at saving what matters, in my opinion, I don't think there'll be another. So be honest. What do you think the founding fathers, if they were alive today and saw how rigged the system's become, what do you think they'd say about it? Light up the comment section. How far gone is this country? What's it going to take to bring it back? All right, last thought before we head out. If you had one message to send straight to these globalist stooges trying to choke out liberty, what would it be? Drop it in the comments. Be loud about it, proud, mad as hell. Anyway, guys, that's it for tonight's Sunday Night Apocalypse. If you made it this far, congratulations. You're still breathing free air. For now. Stay mad, stay sharp, stay dangerous. And for God's sake, don't let them dim our sun. Anyway, folks, this is Matt Outdoorsman. Thanks for watching.